Hello. Welcome back to another Speed Build Saturday. This series has been so much fun. I feel like I always say that whenever I do these voiceovers, but I truly mean it. And I'm kind of surprised at myself that it's taken me so long to do just what would be like a pretty normal interior for a villager home. Like we've done a ballet studio, we've done a fall themed movie theater, we've done a swamp, we've done Celeste's observatory. What else? We even did a potion shop, and those are such fun, like out of the box type of builds, and I've really enjoyed them, and especially really enjoyed setting those scenes to music, picking out which villagers I thought would like go well in this space. But I haven't done just kind of your run-of-the-mill living room, or in this case, it's more like a living room and office type of hybrid. So that's what we're doing today. I wanted to pick a villager who I really liked and that I thought was universally liked, or at least not universally hated. So that's why I picked Miss Pearl here, and we're giving her just a cozy downstairs area. As you guys can see, her Happy Home Paradise vacation home does have an upstairs area, but in this video I did not decorate it, so we'll just leave whatever's up there to the imagination, even though a spoiler alert, it's just empty. Okay, it's just empty. So we're working on what again is kind of like her living room, but also in my mind, let's just say Pearl has a remote job, or maybe she is a student, and so she does a lot of studying in her living space. So that's why it has this office type of component. And then for Music Box Monday, whenever I set this scene to music, I really wanted it to kind of have a co-working vibe to it, where you can have Pearl on in the background, you know, working with you or studying with you. And so that's what we're doing today. I really enjoyed this build. It is one of my favorite living rooms that I've made to date, and I've made so many just, off camera in general, but I love making cozy living rooms on Happy Home Paradise. I really truly do. And this one is definitely up there in terms of favorite. And as someone who does work fully remote in my own living room, it was really fun to kind of create this whole aesthetic for Miss Pearl. I hope you guys enjoy the speed build. For the Music Box Monday, it is just going to be her. We are not going to add any other additional villagers to this specific scene, because I do want to give, you know, a little hint of realism as far as like working in your own apartment, if you lived alone, or if you just study alone, whatever that may be. So I will, however, take tons of suggestions if you have them for future builds that you want to see. I still haven't done a bedroom either, so that is going to be on the horizon. I still want to do Leaf's plant shop. That's been on my list for a while, but I feel like I would try and be such a perfectionist with it, truly, because he's my favorite NPC, so it would be really difficult to kind of tackle that beast, but it is on my list. With that said, though, give me all of your suggestions. I am all ears. Also, just wanted to point out, adding this fencing item, I felt like it was such a big brain move, because obviously you can't hang images, pictures, anything that is a wall hanging item on the partition walls, which is so frustrating. Like, that would be such a huge update. Just for me personally, I think it would be so great if we could hang the artwork on every wall, including the partition walls, but we can't. So instead, I used the fence item where you can add signage, but instead of a keep out sign, obviously, I just used a custom code with a little bit of artwork on it, and I thought it filled up the space quite nicely. Anyway, I will stop rambling right now, but I will pop in for commentary in a little bit. So between now and then, enjoy the speed build. are witnessing my endless struggle with figuring out what coffee table to use in this build. There were some things that I was quite decisive about, and I'm very proud of myself for that. However, I struggled with whatever coffee table to use in this build for quite some time. I really, truly did. It was kind of ridiculous, but all in all, was super happy with the way that everything kind of ended up at the very, very end. Also, I know I mentioned how I wish we could hang things on the partition walls as far as like artwork goes earlier. I also wish these dividers, I wish we could hang things on them, especially the ones with the slats in it. I feel like it makes total sense, and whenever they are up against a wall and you place a hanging item on the wall, it can give the illusion like they're popping through and give that effect, but whenever it's freestanding, that doesn't happen, which is so frustrating. But how nice would it be to be able to like put artwork hanging on these floor-to-ceiling structures in the middle of your room? You know, that would just be so nice. I will say though, using these curtains to kind of break up, again, the absurd amount of like brown that I have going on, I felt like was such a big brain move. When, you know, in reality, it's not. I see people use these curtains all the time, and I feel like I fail to implement them in my own builds as successfully. But just putting those green ones right here at the entryway of this whole living room ended up working quite nicely. So, you know what? All's well that ends well. I was quite happy with it. Okay, you guys are about to see a stroke of genius moment. Obviously earlier I had the larger television sitting on this stand. However, the wall televisions actually pop through this furniture item, so now I can use that shelving space to place other miscellaneous items, which I felt like an absolute Animal Crossing genius, and I know it is like not unique whatsoever. People have done this so many times, I'm sure, but I felt very clever. So as I was putting these items around, I just felt like such an absolute genius, having that TV pop through and then being able to place smaller, more miscellaneous items around it. It was definitely a win for me. some items and builds I absolutely know I want to use, and I wanted to have a book in here, but since there was one already sitting on the counter, I figured in this area on the desk I should place one of the pocket books, which, by the way, did not know you could customize them until literally this build. I knew there was the magazine option and then the book option, but then I saw, oh my god, you can actually customize the magazine and then you can customize the book. It was too perfect. It's also a little bit smaller, so it looks quite nicely in the build itself. Loved the way that turned out. And then here is Pearl's cozy little work from home apartment. I absolutely love this build. I feel like it's one of my more realistic builds that I have done in the last several months. I feel like it's been a while since I did Nan's studio apartment, which was a collaboration with so many dear friends of mine here on YouTube. That one I felt like had a sense of realism. This one I feel like does too, and I'm so proud of it. I hope Pearl likes it, and definitely make sure to check out the Music Box Monday for this one, especially if you do enjoy just having like some lo-fi chill beats, some music on in the background as you work, as you study. I am just so pleased with the way that this turned out, and this angle is definitely my favorite, so this is very much likely going to be the thumbnail of the video. Please give me your suggestions again in the description box for villagers, interior builds. I have so much fun with these, and I do read all of your comments, all of your suggestions, so keep them coming. And I hope you guys enjoyed this build as much as I enjoyed making it, because I truly did. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having an incredible one wherever you are in this big ol' world. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back.